Hello and welcome. Now here in London there's also plenty of BVB fans, and we've got one of them here with us today. We've got, as our guest, we've got Stephen Palmer. Stephen, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you, yeah, good.
Well, here we are at the Zeitgeist pub in London. Famous old pub, actually. It used to be a local pub for Charlie Chaplin. There's also been films shot here, Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, the gangster movie from London, but it is, as the name suggests, Zeitgeist, it is a German pub. Now, it's a typical English pub in a way, Stephen, isn't it? But it's got this German feel. You can eat German food here, drink German beer. You know, it is a German pub.
It's a German pub. There's all manner of beers on tap and German food. Fantastic atmosphere, and it's obviously frequented by lots of German people from London. So yeah, it's a great venue.
A real mix. It really is a real mix here at Zeitgeist, and it's also where you can come and watch lots of Bundesliga action, isn't it? On a Saturday, it's got to be pretty busy here with people watching German football.
It's the place to come for Bundesliga in London. They always show the conference on TV or one of the big games, and obviously you get lots of local people coming down to watch the games. It's packed out. Sometimes for the big games it's difficult to get a table here, but it's really, really good place to come. Now,
you're a BVB fan,
yes,
and that lives here in the UK. How do you become a Borussia Dortmund fan when you live here in England?
Well, I mean, my father was a soldier, so we were stationed in Dortmund when I was very young, and then we moved back to the UK late 70s, early 80s, and I've always followed the team since then, and they're my team, and that's how it started.
Well, that's fantastic. It's almost in your blood to
yeah,
say.
Absolutely.
And you are you head Planet Dortmund, a English fan club of Borussia Dortmund. How did that come about? Tell us a little bit about the fan club.
Well, it came about really through a group of guys who had an interest in German football. Some of the guys had been to the World Cup and watched the games in Dortmund, and that stimulated their interest in the Bundesliga. There was a group of guys in Scotland. A couple of them had backgrounds in Germany. And then we kind of got together on the internet. We had a forum to discuss it, and then we formed the official Planet Dortmund fan club. And so it's just a group of guys mainly based in Scotland, in England, that got together to form the fan club.
It's fantastic. And I have to say, Stephen has got lots of Borussia Dortmund stuff. You can see he's absolutely decked out in Schwarz-Gelb, but he also has the most amazing license plate on his car. Take a look at this. DO09 BVB. Please tell us, Stephen, about getting this wonderful number plate to your car. How did that come about?
Well, in the UK you can buy privatised number plates, and for the 09 year they were issued on a certain day. A few years before the issue date I worked out that would be the perfect number plate for me, so I waited and waited for 2 years, and then on the day of the release I got into work early, sat at my computer at 8:30 and picked the number plate before any other BVB fan could snap it up, if there are that many mad people in the country.
That is dedication, people. That is dedication. How much does that cost to get that?
It was about £390 euros.
Wow.
A lot of money, more than a season ticket for the Sud Tribune.
Oh, that is incredible. What other kind of BVB stuff do you have in your house? You must have loads of memorabilia and merchandising. Oh,
we've plenty of shirts, kit, plenty of scarves and various T-shirts and things like that, some match-worn shirts, that kind of stuff. So I spend a little bit of my money, but not enough to upset my wife.
Very good, very good. You don't want to do that. And now, Stephen, you must talk with your guys from Planet Dortmund quite a lot. How are you guys feeling about the way that the club has progressed in the last few seasons?
It's been fantastic. It's a real roller coaster. I mean, a few years ago we were down in the dumps, on the verge of bankruptcy, and then it's just turned around. Since Klopp joined the club, he has transformed the club even, and it's just been an upward progression. And I mean, certainly the last 3 years have just been the most amazing time to be a Dortmund fan, and the club just seems to get bigger and bigger. It's amazing.
How often do you get to go to the Signal Iduna Park? How often are you in Dortmund to watch matches?
I try to get over as often as possible. I would say typically 3-4 times a season if I'm lucky. I can get over and make the journey.
It's really strange because it's a home game, but for you, it's like an away game. How does the trip to Dortmund normally take place? You know, what's the typical journey?
For me, I tend to get a very early flight from Luton Airport direct into Dortmund. So it's a case of getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, getting in the car, driving to Luton Airport. There's usually a flight about 6:30. So we're in Dortmund very early, drop our bags off in the hotel, go have a look around the town, meet up with some friends who are also going to the game, and then we go to the game, have a few drinks afterwards, and hopefully celebrate a good victory.
I mean, what's the kind of the curious things that you come across when you travel away to Dortmund? It must be a bit of a strange feeling for you that you have to travel that far.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the same as just going to a game, waking up, oh yeah, I'll go to the game. We have to plan it in advance and everything, so it does take quite a bit of organisation. I would say the most amazing thing about it is going over to Dortmund and meeting people and making friends who, like, to be honest, I know more people in Dortmund than I would if I went into one of the local pubs in my own town. You know, it's just such an amazing atmosphere surrounding the team and the club, and you can go to Dortmund and make fantastic friends that you meet time and time again, which makes the whole experience really, really special.
Well, people say about the family feel around Borussia Dortmund, and you've just proved it. Now let's get down to business. Saturday, the Champions League final. Now this is more like a home game for you because it's right on your doorstep. Big question is, have you reserved your place at Wembley? Do you have a ticket for the game?
I'm fortunate enough to have a ticket for the game.
That was the most important thing. You follow Borussia Dortmund through thick and thin. You're going to be there. Let's also talk about, what do you think about the chances? How are you feeling personally? Are you nervous? Are you confident? Tell us.
Bayern have had a fantastic season. They're a really, really strong team, but I think they become nervous when they play Dortmund. We've seen it this season. They've still got the concerns of the Pokal final last year. So although they're a strong, strong team, I think Borussia Dortmund just have that little psychological edge that means they can win this weekend and upset the favourites.
So you're confident?
Hopeful. Maybe not confident, but hopeful.
What do you think? Score prediction. Who's going to... You're thinking that Borussia Dortmund are going to win. Who's going to score that decisive goal?
I would love it to be Kevin Grosskreutz. The true Dortmund are young, but it can be anyone. If it's 1-0, I don't care who scores, as long as we win. But Grosskreutz would be good.
I think you share the sentiments of everyone. How fantastic. Stephen, thank you very much for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
And enjoy Saturday.
Brilliant, thank you.
Thank you very much.